Welcome back everybody here to Chicagoland garbage picking. If you saw my last video, you would know that we just got done up in Highland Park, Illinois. We'll open up the van here, kind of check out what we have from the last video. And what I got to do right now is unload it. I'm going to store it here at my aunt's house overnight and then bring it back to my hometown tomorrow morning. I'm kind of concerned about the space that I do have, but I'm going to figure that out. So we're going to unload and then we're going to head out to Elmhurst, Illinois, and we are going to see what we can get out there. Hope it's a good one. Hope you join me. Thank you. Here's our first stop. Got a little diaper genie action here. Kind of under some dirt. And it's not popping up like it should, so I think we're going to leave that. Not sure if there's something wrong with it, but as you can look down there, we got plenty of other stuff to look at. It's a pretty cool clover style coffee table. Maybe it raises up somehow. It's called a Hillen table? Not sure. Never heard of that. Let's check this guy out. It's very loose, but I think it's supposed to be. I don't know. Kind of pull it up. I'm gonna have to put this down, or does it like crank up somehow? Not sure. This is an Ethan Allen though. So we'll take that just on name value. Well, maybe not, because it's broken there, unfortunately. Yeah, that thing's broken. I'm not sure about this clover. That's not, yeah, I think it's a 4-leaf clover. I don't know. I'm gonna try to crank that up, see if I can figure out what it's supposed to do, but if I can't, then I'll leave it. We are over there. Skies look all right over there. It is gonna look like some rain's coming this way, so a lot of this stuff's gonna get wet, which is unfortunate, but we'll try to get some stuff before then, and people will keep putting it out as the day goes on. We'll grab this cozy coupe, assuming that it's rolling pretty well. Oh, I can tell you that's full of water. Always are full of water. You can even see that one because it's missing the gas thing. See if we can get the water out there. Yeah, the water should come out of that, no problem. And we'll take this along with us. Got a little pile of pots. These pedestal ones are like the best type of pot to sell. Looks like we got 2 of them. Don't appear to have any cracks or damage on them, so we'll take those. And we got 1 singular pot, also like a smaller pedestal planter. And this one's decent too. So we'll take all 3 of these planters right here. Got some more stuff down there to check out. Check this playhouse right here out. I got 2 of these last week and I sold them each for 40 bucks. So I don't see any issues other than this feels really heavy. So I kind of think, oh, it's just the sand in there. But no big deal. This should be another $40. No issues there. We got one heck of a pile going on right here. Now that doesn't mean it's going to be a good pile, but it could be. There could definitely be something in this pile for us, so let's hop out, check it out. Park right here for now, I guess. If we want any of this wood furniture, we got to take it now, because pretty soon it's going to get ruined. Yes. Ooh, that's cool. Look at this thing. I don't know if it's going to sell. But it is pretty neat how it's got that log cabin on there. It's not even a drawer. Just dead space, I guess. That's kind of weird. Very cool. Not sure if it's gonna sell though, honestly. These people must be moving out. It's got this red cabinet here. Accent cabinet. Definitely got wet. But I feel like that's gonna kind of kill it. Main thing I am seeing is these dressers. Oh, do they match though? Thought they matched, but I don't think they do. I was thinking if they had a set here of 2 thinner, smaller dressers. Might call me too picky, but I don't see any real exponential value that's gonna be worth grabbing right now. That is a cool dresser, but I'm not so sure about any of this stuff. We have yet another yellow van. The rain is starting up here. I think this might be a rain barrel, but I think it's missing something on the top, so we're gonna be leaving that. If it stays like this, I mean, this is kind of a drizzle, but it's not anything that's too crazy. But I think it looks like it might thunderstorm for about an hour here, which isn't great, but it could be a rain all day type situation. So we'll take what we got. Well, that thought of maybe it not pouring did not come to fruition. I'm not sure how well that's coming up on camera, but it is pouring. We do have another one of these houses that I could grab. That's definitely not getting messed up in the rain. I'm gonna hop back here before and try to move some stuff around. Let's kind of check it out from here. Looks nice enough. Probably the least desirable, because it's, you know, only can go to a little girl, but sure some kid out there will still like it. And then we can go like this. That, and then we can slide the other one right in here. Don't want these to get wet. We got these last night. Just throw these on the front seat for now. I think they'd look good. Sorry for the shaky camera work, but I think these would look good in my son's bedroom. Little dinosaur thing. It's not really into dinosaurs yet, but I think he will be. Alright, well, it kind of sounds like it's calming down. You can tell. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but my van does leak. I tried flex sealing it multiple times. I can't get it. If you got any ideas on how to get that to stop leaking, but out into the elements, I guess. Ooh, apologize for that. Might cut that out. I want to check this out. Definitely has calmed down since. Got another one of these ladder shelves and another diaper genie down there. Maybe that one's a little better. This could easily be dried off if it's in decent shape. Hasn't been getting rained on for very long at all. It does have a little damage there, but yeah, I think that that's decent enough. Once I get this back, I'll dry it off. I don't think that's gonna do anything. A little loose, but it can be tightened up, I think. That one's the loose one. Yeah, we'll take that. Let's walk down here, check out this diaper genie. Hopefully nobody comes and steals my house before. Somebody could be taking that shelf right now, I don't know. But this diaper genie's probably decent. See, that's what the other one was supposed to do. And is this a diaper genie too, or is this just a trash can? Well, that's a diaper genie too. So we'll take both of these. Try to get everything down this street. Well, we got it, but now I'm soaked. I have a decent piece here. Got an Adirondack chair, but it's a rocker. It's broken though, which is quite unfortunate. That's the kind of stuff I'm really after is outdoor items, because obviously the outdoor items could get rained on no problem. But if there's something really good, I can try to dry it off in the van. Can't tell from the van if these are for the deck or if these are for your house. Kind of think they're for the deck. Yeah, the way the wood is, I'm pretty sure these are outdoor bar stools, which kind of seems like a weird thing to have. Excuse me. but I mean, don't see why they wouldn't sell, right? Well, it is still raining. It's currently 1:06 and it's still pouring, and my phone is telling me now that it's gonna rain all the way through the 2 o'clock hour to 3 o'clock, and that's the hour that I was gonna have to cut off and head back to go to work, start work at 4. So I'm thinking that my initial plan of going after I unload right here at my aunt's house, I was gonna go out and do one more load, but I've been driving around for an hour now and I haven't really gotten very much, and I do not see anybody putting more stuff out. I've already done the route, so I could go drive around, waste a little bit more gas and maybe get 1 or 2 more things, or I could just wait and save that gas for tonight. Kind of stinks, but I think I'll be able to get 2 loads. My plan is to get 2 loads, probably take me from 9 to 10:30, and then maybe 10:30 to 12 o'clock, truck that 12 o'clock load back, and go from there. I am a little bit disappointed, not exactly what I expected, but it did say it was supposed to rain pretty much all day today, and it's only gonna rain this afternoon. So we've seen what we could have gotten, and I'm happy with what I did get. So I'm gonna leave this here, and we're gonna, in the next clip, gonna probably combine today and tonight. So in the next clip, we're gonna be out after work, and I'll see you guys then. Hopefully we get a bunch more stuff. See you then. And here is what we're working with so far. This umbrella that I took earlier obviously is broken. I'll just give it to my coworker to scrap. But as of right now, it's kind of keeping the water off of my pile. Obviously I have a tarp on top of it, but the legs were kind of getting wet, so I put this up. Kind of might help a little bit. Pretty much it seems to be keeping everything pretty dry, not all too worried about anything. Obviously I could take some of the stuff home now, but I think that's, in that case I'd have to get it all back in the van while it's raining and then unload it while it's raining. So it's probably just best to keep it under the tarp. This is what we're working with. This is since 8:30 and it's 1 now. So 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. So about 4 hours, 4.5 hours. Just saw the water kind of go off of the tarp there. But maybe I'll try to mess with that so it doesn't pool up as badly. But I'm happy. Hopefully we can double this pile by the end of the night. All right, we are back out here. Not sure why there's so... All right, we are back out here. It is just about 8:45 and we made it back out. And our first stop are some broken bar stools. But we made it out here a little bit earlier, so hopefully that means we'll get some more stuff. This would have been nice if there was a couple of them and they weren't broken, but I'm very excited. It looks like there's more stuff out, so we'll check it out and see what we can grab. We got a really big picture right here. This thing is, you know, quite the statement piece. It's honestly actually like a piece of wood. Holy shoot. This thing is heavy, heavy, heavy. I was not expecting, like I can't even lift that if I'm not holding it from the middle. Oh my God. I don't even know how you would hang that, but I think I'd take it. Got a little bit of damage there. You gotta be careful with stuff like this because you're not gonna be able to get rid of it very easily if it's got some damage. But I think we're pretty good. Just a little bit on the bottoms, but this thing is very long, very big. Now this is something that is cool. We got, so this kind of goes up like that, yeah. Just like that. I mean, got a little damage there, but Sharpie, that'll clean right up. And then it's kind of like, you know, you hang your coats on here. It's like it's a hall tree, but it's kind of different looking. I think that this would definitely sell. I think this is a pretty nice piece. Definitely gonna be grabbing that. There is a pot over here that I want to probably grab. Kind of run over here real quick. Not that there's any competition to get that thing, but there might be some scrapper coming around. This is metal, but unfortunately that's going to be too far gone, and that ottoman's definitely too far gone. So we'll stick with our original stop of this pretty awesome hall tree. Throw this guy in the van really quick. Big pile of wood furniture here. We got one like mid-century style. We got it's a buffet, it looks like. This could be pretty nice. It's made by Jofco. Like a buffet. Get a filing cabinet bottom, kind of interesting. It's kind of nice. Not so sure I want to dedicate, all this space to stuff like this. Years prior, when I had a connection and I know I would sell this stuff instantly, I would definitely be all over this stuff, but this stuff takes up a lot of space, and I don't have a lot of space. And, I could probably grab this mid-century piece here, and that's probably, $20-25. Has it got a name on it? So it doesn't even have a maker's mark, which makes it a little even less valuable. That could be a $20-25 dresser, but with the amount of stuff that's out here, I can get something much smaller that's gonna be $20-25. I get I don't know, something, a slide, probably can sell that for $20. So that's where my thought process is. I know earlier you might be saying that, oh, you got all those playhouses and those took up pretty much the whole van, and you're right, but I know that those playhouses will sell like that, and there's going to be a bunch of people that want them. That dresser could take a while, and unfortunately, like, see here, right here, if this is in good shape, that's $20 right here. And it's gonna take up a whole lot less space than that dresser. So let's check this guy out. Slide here is what I'm after. Yeah, and this will come apart if I want. Take up even less space, just unscrew it. And that's the same value as that dresser. Gotta make sure that it's not broken out here on the bottom, but I think it's just off from being moved. Yeah. So that's my thought process, especially with the amount of stuff that I already have and the amount of space that I know I have. So you might call me picky, just trying to explain my thought process. Could have another nice pedestal planter. Check this guy out. It's got a crack right there. If that's the only issue, we might take it. Yeah, I think that this is going to be grabbable. Well, actually, the crack goes all the way through, and that's just gonna, that's going all the way down there. So that's probably not the best take. This would have been nice if it was on there. This is a barrel planter, but it's also cracked, and they painted it black, which probably would have affected the value. So we'll pass on all of that. Well, that last stop was a barrel planter. Here we have an actual barrel. It's got stuff in it, which we probably don't want the stuff with it. Also don't want to make a mess. Grab this stuff real quick. So, but does it have the bottom? Because that, actually, geez. These eggs are pretty cool. I have a few of these from my grandmother. These eggs for Easter. The thing would be, this one obviously has been sitting outside. It's gotten wet. Because I've had them before where they're completely hollowed out, and those don't sell that well because what are you gonna do with it? If you have it like this, you can, you know, set something on it, maybe use it for a man cave. This one's obviously been sitting outside, which kind of stinks. It's definitely got some water damage, but I'll still take it. And honestly, I'll probably just, maybe not this dirty rag, but we'll just take the rest of the stuff inside and deal with that stuff later. I'm gonna check this guy out. Not sure exactly what it's for. I guess just to, you know, just a shelf for your patio. That could be nice. A little bit worn, but not terrible. I do have some chairs over there that I think match all this stuff. The top's pretty decent. This should probably clean up decent. $20 or so. If that's a nice piece, we'll take that along. Over here, let's check out these chairs, but I bet you they're not. So this, yeah, so it was a bench at one point, but this one is missing the whole piece right there. So unfortunately, we won't be taking that. And then this is a deck box with no bottom. But this is a salvageable piece, I would say. Clean that up. The wood's worn, but what are you gonna do about that, right? You could hide some stuff in there. And it's on wheels, so that makes it a little bit easier to move around. That is quite the chair right here. I'm gonna check this guy out. That thing is pretty nice. Kind of loose though. Not sure we need that. What I really stopped for was these bar stools. These will sell really well. Yeah, they're in pretty decent shape. Definitely take these along with us. I almost can guarantee that this folding table has an issue with it, but still gotta check it out. It's an interesting setup on that one. Not sure how that even works, but this is the main reason I stopped, was to check out if we finally got a set of plastic chairs, but we don't. This one is very, very broken. So we're gonna have to move along. At that last stop, I think it was the last stop, there was, at the where I got the bar stool, some guy got a Trek bike at that same very stop. That would have been a really nice score, but you can't win them all. Kind of one of those things that 2 seconds later, if I didn't stop at one of these houses that I stopped at, we probably would have gotten that bike. This could be pretty cool. Got one of these roller coaster deals, but the main component of it is not here. I would definitely take it, but without the specific car, it's gonna be a difficult sale. That would have been actually a really awesome piece, but no car, no go. This dresser looks really nice. Surprised this is still here. Oh. That drawer kind of sticks, but I think it's probably fine. Probably just the way it is. I think we'll take this along with us. I think this is a pretty decent piece. Not sure. Oh, these are like ping pong boards, or one ping pong board. Always wondered if these would sell. These like for the pool ladder. I feel like it's kind of a niche thing to have, you know. This one has the things so you can't climb in it if you're a kid. But we'll take this thing along. I think it should sell for a decent amount of money. I know I just talking about how I don't want to take anything that big, but I'm kind of talking myself into this piece. I'm doubtful, but maybe one of these could be decent. No. If they matched, maybe, but the condition is not going to be really worth it. I'm curious to see, like, I mean, I won't know, but I don't think that they're going to take this. This is like huge. They're gonna have to take all these off and like take it apart if they want somebody to take that. A scrapper's not gonna take it, and I guarantee the garbage truck is bigger than the whole garbage truck. I don't know what people think, but not too worried about it. Just something to look at. All right, we're almost done. I thought I was gonna do 2 loads, but I'm pretty much all the way through, and I'm not even completely full. So I'm not so sure we're gonna be doing 2 loads tonight. This honestly kind of looks like it might have gotten rained on. Yeah, that's definitely, this probably would have been nice if I saw it before, but well, I mean, maybe not. Yeah, and honestly, there's not even any shelves for it. So even if it didn't get rained on, why would I be taking that? So I'm gonna go unload. I think I'm still gonna go out in the morning, up back to Highland Park. But this will probably do it for us here. A little bit disappointing night, I guess. But, I mean, really very good day, I would say. So, I mean, that's the kind of stuff we got. Probably could have gotten a couple more items, but the space is a factor. But I've gone through pretty much the whole town, maybe minus 10 streets that I'm not so sure I want to, because it's been quite a while since I've gotten anything. So it's kind of getting a little frustrating, boring. I'm not sure how to describe it, but unmotivating would be the term I would use. So that's gonna do it for us, and I appreciate you joining me all the way through. Let's hop out here, check out this planter box real quick. Let's see. It's also getting kind of late. It's like 10:30. It's probably rotted through. Maybe not. Definitely not like perfect, but I mean, it got wet is the thing. Oh yeah, it's broken right there. These things always are. Very rarely do you see one that isn't good enough shape to take. But there's one of these hoverboards. It's been a while since I've seen one of these. These things would have been super popular back in like 2015. They got a date on it. I know, either way, we're not taking it. That's gonna do it for us. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. These might be some planters. Kind of think that's what it is. Yeah, full of cigarette butts though. That's kind of sucks. And this one's cracked. This one's cracked, so we're not gonna take it while I'm out here though. We'll kind of take a perusing, but I do not think there's really anything in this pile for us.